You dig, you dig, you dig, you dig. How that sound? That's too loud. That's good for y'all?
That'll be good. Sound great.
Sir. All right now. I got my guys in the building. You feel me? You know what's happening. We just
back to business.
Back to business. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get started. You know what I'm saying? Early. You dig? Let's get right into that. Listen, man. We back with one. You dig? Yes, sir. Welcome to the Comic Club, man. We got a special edition for y'all this time.
Yes.
Don't let your crown fall.
Yes, sir. Come on, man. Man, listen, man. This is one right here. I ain't gonna lie. I heard this and was like, boy, they going crazy out here. Street Symphony, Tdot Illdude. Listen, man. I'm feeling good, man. It's a new year. We're starting off the new year great.
Word.
It's your boy Kato, man. I got my brother, my blood brother, Gutter Rudder in the building. Clap it up for my guy.
The Skinny Muscle, we back again, man. You feel me?
For sure.
Sober flow.
You feel me? I like the way you doing that. My boy been sober for a little minute now. He rocking out.
No bud, no nothing.
It's dry January for my man. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I got my egg fried. You feel me?
In a minute, you feel me? All right, man. And I got my guy, my brother from another mother from way back. I got my guy Tdot Illdude. You did clap it up for my guy.
Yes, sir. We in here.
And listen, man,
The legend.
we got a special guest.
Yup.
We got a special guest in the building, man. 3-time Grammys.
Yup.
3-time. Man, he made some of your favorite records. He got a few of my favorite records. I'm not gonna lie. I went through it. I said, yo, hold up, man. This man did that. Stop playing with me.
Yes, sir.
Jesus. Going crazy. You know what I mean? Street Symphony in the building. What up, though?
What it do, baby?
You know what I'm saying? You dig? Hold up, man. I don't want to go through the record the whole time because I've been talking over it the whole time. But you know, y'all gonna be able to hear it when it drops. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's going on. You dig? Just to let y'all know.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go in there. Let's get out of there. What's up, though? What up, though? What up? Comic Club
Waking the
Podcast.
streets up, waking the streets up.
Once again, I am your hostess with, I don't know if I got the most or the least. This is Caesar Lee, Kato. You feel what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call me. And I got my brother, Gutter Rudder in the building. Rudder Rover, what up? And we got some special guests in the building, Tdot Illdude and Street Symphony. What's going on, man? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing today, man?
Oh, man,
Good, bro.
Man. Good, real good.
Blessed. Everything good?
Yeah,
Yes,
man,
sir.
Glad to be here.
Y'all got the new record. What's it called? Up early. Let's start with Street Symphony, man, because I know it's a new record, but I really want to start with because I want to start off top with this. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to start with the root of the record. You dig? Because it always starts with the production. You know what I'm saying? So especially making a song, the production is the what starts off, what gets our brain wheels flowing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the record got to speak to you. So where were you at when you made this record? How were you feeling? Is it something you just had in a folder and he went through it, or this was something you like, let me just put it together and go crazy?
I mean, a lot of times when I'm making beats, we producing for artists that are major labels, or you producing for artists at independent labels, and you kind of have an idea who you producing for, making tracks for. You know what I'm saying? As I've gotten a little more seasoned in the game, I don't necessarily make beats to sound like what an artist may already have. I kind of say, hey, this is where I would go if I had this artist to take this artist to another spot. And then there's like a stash of beats that I always have that if I could rap, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
What I would do, the shit I would be on. You know what I mean?
Every producer got that. Yeah, they got that rapper, that inner rapper. Like, yo, I would kill this shit if I was
got them beats that they just be like, yo, dog, if it was me, I'll flame this. I already know what's going on. So that's what's up.
I also peeped that you said that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So me and Dot, I've known Dot a little more than a couple of years. Quite some time, actually. I would say probably at least a good 5.
Yeah, the pandemic make it feel like it's not, but we got to add the pandemic years in there and everything.
Yeah, I want to say like maybe 2017, 2018. We was connected out west through some homies some mutual friends out their way, and then come to find out we had a lot of mutual friends and colleagues, I guess you would say. But
For sure.
man, and Dot was in Atlanta, and we was just was working. We did several records, and one thing about him is he like being outside the box. That's why I rock with him so tough. So, you know, after he did a couple of records, I'm on some like, well, if this was me and I could rap, I'd play this joint right here type stuff. And I played it for him, and he loved it. He, you know, he gonna get the head got to snapping, and he got to rapping. You know what I mean?
Okay. So y'all been had the record already. Y'all had this record for a little minute.
We had it for a little bit, not too long, but we had it maybe like a year and a half, maybe like 2 years, a little bit, maybe.
No. When did your last album come out? It was right before your last album, I say.
Yeah, not that long.
Yeah, not that long. Maybe a year.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
My sense of time is destroyed right now.
We got a lot of records in the cut, though.
Yeah, we got a couple.
Y'all went crazy. Y'all was just in there just getting to it, because I know Dot worked fast. You know what I'm saying? So he works at a pretty high clip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm guessing that was the perfect marriage. You feel what I'm saying? As far as what y'all was doing and what y'all put together.
And they had them good engineers too.
Word, for sure. You know, that's the key too. How did y'all meet? Was it just definitely through mutual people, or somebody just was like, yo, my man Dot.
One of our friends, I feel like I obviously I knew who he was, and then I think I just came to the studio that day over there in Hollywood with Malo and Al Branch. Yep.
For sure.
And I met that day. Yeah. There's some real ones.
Okay. And
so it was just like, you know, sometimes when you meet people through a certain type of person, you don't even gotta question it. We met through one of them type of people that, like, if you meet through this type of person, it's just automatic, like, all right, because they ain't gonna have no goofy people around him. You know what I'm saying? Like serious people that's really trying to do some good work. So,
and that goes to show for you people out there, your reputation goes the long way, man. Like for real.
For sure, 100%. Now, when as far as like when you had the records, like when you were playing them, did you already know about Dot, or was it something that when they introduced you, he just started playing a few records and you was like, okay, I got something that, you know,
we was already locked in by the time we did these records. Like I just we met, and then he sent me a bunch of beats. We was working back and forth trying to get hooks to different artists and stuff like that. And then a few years later, I was going to be in Atlanta, and you know, I pulled up on him, and we worked. We already knew each other by that time, so it was simple, comfortable. I went in there, played me a bunch of beats, and we just started rocking out. He started making some stuff, and we just started going in, just like kind of like locked in and just
kept it going. Now, why'd you go in the direction you went in for that record? Dot? Like, what made you be like, okay, I want to go in this direction instead of, you know, being like, all right, you know, usual. Yeah, because you know, usually you kind of like vocal on a lot of records. From this one, you just went straight crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Straight bars.
Are you saying on the rapping tip? I don't know. I just do whatever the beat, like he said, like it's a beat that make you want to rap. So, you know, I just started rapping, and the content was just like about, you know, like with my music, I make all types of music, but I don't make. We're gonna talk about parties and turning up and having fun and girls and all that, but we also gotta say something real. And I just felt like the best way to get that point across was with bars. You know what I'm saying? Like the singing is in there, the melodies is in there, but the bars is there. You know what I mean?
People
when God take out the trash, you don't go digging through it. You know what I'm saying? Like type time, like just bars, like
where you got a core audience that remember you being just a rapper, like a straight rapper, like bars, even to the point you was on some battle rap shit. You feel me?
Right.
So I think there's a lot of people that can appreciate you still having that and being able to tap into that whenever you want. You feel me?
Yeah, no, and you gotta let them know too, because sometimes they be feeling like, you know what I mean, you lost it, or you can't rap no more. Especially right now, because the bar dumb low for rappers. Like if I keep rapping like that, they're gonna say I'm one of the best rappers ever type shit. Just like the bar for rappers is low. So
yeah, it's super low. And that's I wanted to get into that next, because Street Symphony, I seen you say that you were kind of tired of hearing all the trap rap, all the you killed 1 million people. I need to hear something with some type of substance. You feel what I'm saying? Is that where you at right now as far as music, and that's the only music, the path you want to go down as far as music right now?
I mean, to be honest, if I look at my career, my legacy, and all my records that are kind of stand out, they've always kind of had a message. You know what I'm saying? It's just where I excel because who I grew up listening to. I grew up listening to Tupac, you know what I mean? And like the if it's trap or it's street, it's the struggle and overcoming the struggle. It ain't just sitting in it and participating in it for no reason. You know what I mean? So like I just love I've always fell in love with the hip hop that just kind of had a message to it. No matter how gangster it was, it still just kind of had a message to it because it's two sides to every story. You know what I mean? It's you the street legend side, but then what about when you get locked up? What your baby mama and them doing, how your family surviving, etc. That time you sitting behind the bars, what you going through. I want to hear about that too. So I think right now everybody just glorifying the ignorance, and then I don't know, the social media just enhances it, but it's like, man, where that real talk at for the people that's going through it? Everybody ain't rich, everybody ain't got rollies, everybody ain't iced out. Like it's people that's really out here, especially right now with the prices of everything, and people out here really trying to survive.
People need to hear something real for sure. People need to hear something real.
Yeah, so I look at like probably one of my biggest records with like a Yo Gotti. It was a dedication to this mama. My record with Nip.
Yeah, Mama. That was a hard record. I like that record.
I was gonna say I saw you say that about the Gotti record. I saw you say that you like to hear both sides of the story. You would like to just hear a message more from these people that's other than just glorifying the shit because it ain't all a win every time. You feel me?
Absolutely. Nip, Hustle and Motivate, you know what I mean? It's a motivational record for people. Even my joint I did with Meek Mill that ended up being the single, The Wins and Losses. It was a record called Young Black America.
Yeah, listen, man.
What we talking about something. So I just kind of want my legacy to be known for that. That way I can look up 15, 20 years from now and they like, yo, dude did a body of work that can stand the test of time and not just, for the moment. So when you take it down, even on the independent tip, I'm like, instead of trying to break an artist with the club record or all that other stuff, I was like, no, like, let me give an artist that still want to talk about something. And that's where Dot Versatility just came in and just continues to always come in. And, man, we had a good time, man. And it's something that I feel good about. If I got my little one in the car, we can play it. She can, listen to that then compared to listening to a lot of stuff that's out there. You know what I mean? So I'm just doing my part. Doing my part. I feel like we're doing our part of instead of complaining. Because you got some people that complain about the art to the world, but instead of focusing on putting your art, you know what I'm saying? Putting your art out there and letting your art, make its noise. So that's what we have.
Absolutely. With it. And I just want to add, like, when you making this type of music that got a message, it could come off. It's like a thin line between it being corny a little bit too, And I think that's something that we really excelled in was it's not corny. Just like with Nip. Nip is going to motivate you every time. It's nothing corny. You know what I'm saying? It's the same vibe, like, or Pop even. It's the same vibe where it's like it's a message in there, but it's not like we're not preaching to you or you know what I mean? We all because the reality is we like, or at least I can speak for myself, and I'm sure I like ignorant music. I just don't want everybody to do it. I want like 2 or 3 people to do it. I don't want everybody to do it. Because if everybody was making positive music, I'd probably be bored of that. It's just like this is art, man. You gotta express yourself. Rap used to be like wrestling where like everybody had their own image, their own style. You had DMX, you had Jay-Z, you had Pac. Like you could be these people for Halloween. You could be a character. Nowadays in the rap game, everybody the same. Everybody got the same voice. Everybody got the same way they dress. The same this, the same that. It's like people nervous to like stand out to where being regular is standing out now.
Standing out.
Oh, they regular.
I used to say that all the time. You trying so hard to be different, you end up being the same. And
exactly.
It's crazy.
And it's to the point they won't even choose something small, bro. Like the way Chance might have a 3 hat or something, like, or Pac had a bandana to the front and he bald, you'll be like, all right, that's Tupac. You see somebody with a dog leash around their neck and they bald, you'll be like, that's that. But it's like it's not even one small. They don't even pick one small thing. It's just everybody dreads.
Well, the game kind of saturated right now. Not saturated, but it's all.
It is saturated. It's saturated with all the same stuff, and a lot of it is incredible. But then it's a lot of it that's just filler and clone vibes, and it just get real corny. You know what I'm saying? So we here to, it's the thing that I realized about the internet made me realize is it's a fan base for anything. You know what I'm saying? And you know, regardless if the type of art that we making is going to get the most views, we're not worried about that. You know, it's enough views for us to do well financially, and you know, to get it out to the masses. You know what I'm saying? Where enough people listening to it that it could become a big deal. It don't gotta be number one and this and that, and it probably won't, because the people don't want to hear this. We living in some sick times right now where people don't want positivity, bro. It's weird right now. But that's what we giving them, because like he said, it's people out here struggling that need to hear this on the way to work. It's people out here who do got a bag, but they like, when do y'all cry to y'all moms? Do y'all like y'all these people be acting like they the same all the time. Like they don't get soft around their girl. They don't giggle with they baby.
Like they
you
don't
hard to everybody.
Like they don't experience the full range of
emotions,
human emotions. And one thing you can't escape being a human. I don't care how much money you got.
For sure, 100%.
You know what? That's why I gotta respect. I just saw NBA YoungBoy say this, and it looked like he going through a lot. But he was like, "Man, I cry a lot, yo." And he said this, like, he was like, "This shit ain't like." He said, "It just be me and these four walls. Like, this shit ain't."
Yeah.
He was like, "This shit ain't fun."
And that's why I felt like, even as far as the music, it's like I know a lot of people, they try to downplay when somebody, they might go crazy in their lyrics, you feel me? But on the outside, they telling you like, yo, nah, don't do that. You feel what I'm saying? I appreciate that, you feel me? Because I know how to separate entertainment versus real life. You feel what I'm saying? So when they're giving me their entertainment and they giving me the music, I appreciate it. Cool. I'm listening to for what it is. But when they also go out there and say, yo, dog, y'all doing the wrong things, and everybody be like, what you mean? You just rapped about ooh. Listen, man, you gotta learn how to separate the art from the artist. You feel what I'm saying? And you know,
and he could just be telling a story. And the thing is, with like somebody like YoungBoy, he at the pinnacle of that type of rap. So like these comments that we have, it's never for him. It's for everybody that's trying to be him. We need people like NBA YoungBoy in the game to say stuff like that, to rap crazy, to do what he do. We need certain guys, because that is what makes it different. But everybody don't need to try to be that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Pick your own vibe, pick your own, way to tell that same story, and tell, some new stories. There's so many stories out there. Tell some new stories too. So that's what we try to do.
Now look, Street Symphony, right? Like, I want to ask you your opinion on sampling and things like that. And also I wanted to know, are you got to be a rock baby, like Jay-Z? You know what I'm saying? Because in my head, I'm like, yo, I heard the two records, right? And I listened to what was that? Yo Gotti record, Ready. The Cam sample. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a Cam. For me, in my generation, I remember it from Cam. It might be of course, it's an older sample, but I heard that from Cam. And what's the other one? That I heard the Weezy. The Davies record. And what was that? Davies then and Marsha Ambrosius, was that the record?
Oh, that one too.
Yeah, like were you a fan of the rock?
They had a sample that Jay had used before. I think, sure. But I mean, yeah, I'm definitely a rock baby. I'm Jay-Z. I mean, Rockefeller Records, Jay-Z, Dame. That was what it was. That's just what it was. I was inspired by Kanye, inspired by Just Blaze, like all of that. That's definitely the inspiration. I think a couple of those records, I mean, we still in this sampling era. It's like super overwashed now, but I think when everybody was in the remake era, I think they went to their favorites. I went to my favorites, and Jay-Z was who I was listening to. A lot of the challenges was like, where was I gonna find the right artist that could flip those records? And I mean, of course, Nip that worked, and Meek that worked. So, that.
Are you super conscious about who gets on it? Gets on your records, or do you just like sometimes send out packs, like, or do you be like, no, I'm not sending them records? Have you ever had a situation where like, nah, I don't want them on my record? Had the opportunity to put somebody on the record and just like, nah, I don't think I want to do that.
I ain't never been like, well, I mean, I've never got a record back from somebody and been like, man, I didn't want them on the record, but there's been a lot of times where the records have come back and I have not liked the records. You know what I mean? And then I've had to try to make edits to the production later on and post or whatnot to kind of bring it back to life. But nowadays, to answer your question, is I'm in this little balance of like, I respect my art so much, I don't want to just whore my art out for like whoever can get a beat from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta like the artist, I gotta be able to create. And then the crazy part is, nowadays, even when I don't even be trying to be on something, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say conscious, but you know what I'm saying, just reflective of awareness. It still just happened anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. The song still turned into that. So I don't know if this thing got to a point where artists may feel like, oh no, this is a street symphony joint.
You
I
gotta
gotta
give
talk
it that
about something.
vibe, yeah.
Gotta give it that street
But
symphony.
he ain't tell me what to go about, and I'm gonna be honest. I ain't even think like honestly, bro. From that day, we made a bunch of different types of songs, but I'm always good for like one of them type joints. But I think it was just the beat that made me just like, I what else I'm gonna talk about on that
It
beat?
speaks
Like,
to your soul. Yeah,
sure,
just make
for
you do
sure.
it.
they're like, what? Like, you gotta give the people something on that beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah, for sure. Like, all right. So as far as like, I'm gonna ask you first, Dot. What is your recording process when you got the record? Is this something that you need? Is it something like, all right, listen, I need the room dark. I need this joint going crazy.
Soon as
or is
I
it just
heard
like,
the beat, we was together when I recorded it. Soon I went to his studio. Soon as I heard the beat, and for me, if I'm at somebody else's studio, as long as the engineer is fire, I don't care about the lights. I don't care about nothing, bro. I just need if the engineer, and if I know when I say what I say that he gonna have me sounding right, that's like the number one confidence booster for me, where I'm comfortable and I can go crazy. So the engineer was a vibe. And
Shout out X.
Yeah. And the shout out X and the studio's a vibe. So that was it. I'm simple, bro. Like I don't even like a bunch of people. I don't really need no bottles or nothing. I'm gonna smoke a little gas. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just go crazy.
So how about you, Street Symphony? Because what I was saying, I don't know what beat we was listening to, what record we was listening to. I was like, bro, this man sound like he was in a room, like dog on some shit, lights down, candles just going crazy. Like, bro, I don't
talking about Young Black America.
I said, bro, I can't believe. Where was even? I want to ask your process just as far as in general, but even making that record like that,
because the beat alone, bro, that shit speaks to the soul,
that
bro.
Is
like
insane.
My dad like it, and he don't fuck with a lot of rap, bro. That's what I know that is real. My dad love Young Black America. That's what I'm like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your process, and what was your process when you were making that record, and as far as the record you got with you and Dot, as far as Up Early?
I mean, as far as the Up Early joint, again, I just be in my bag. Like if I was a rapper and I kind of wanted to talk about something, that's just kind of what I was on. You know what I mean? Like the bass line was still heavy, but it still kind of had them boom bapish kind of drums in it or whatnot. So it was just a good mesh. You know what I'm saying? To it was still hard, but not corny. Because a lot of times, I don't be getting in a certain type of drum program unless the bottom of it still hit, and that was the case on that. And then Dot just did what he was supposed to do. As far as Young Black America, I think that was just a conceptual idea because of that sample. And, Jay had did that, Anthony Hamilton had did it or whatnot. And I was just on some like, I'm finna flip this too. And then only other artists I really kind of knew to get it to would be somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? And I think it went perfect because, he had his trials and tribulations going on and that kind of launched, that kind of kicked off that whole, that movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I said that earlier. I said, man, the way that record fit in, like it just fit, because it's like it almost felt like you was with him through the entire project. The way it fit into that album, you know what I'm saying? The way that song fit
into the real world, what was going on,
the scope of what was going on at that time. The way even when you listen to that entire Wins and Losses album, that song fits in there like damn, everybody was in. It was cohesive. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was there together. That's what it sounded like. So. Man, I definitely gotta clap it up for you on that one, man. I swear that was so one, my boy. That was crazy. Good show. You know what I'm saying? Now, just
them classes crazy.
Yeah, we clapping it up. That's our audience, man. Shout out to y'all. Live studio.
I usually yell shut the fuck up after like 3 seconds. We got knock it off. We got new family members in the house, so I'm gonna cool out today and shit.
All right. Now, real quick, Street Symphony, I got another question for you, real quick. You were recognized at the National Museum of African American Music, man, which is huge. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to ask how that happened. It came from working hard, but what was that like? What was that experience? What was it like when you got the phone call that you were going to be recognized in that museum? Tell us what that was like a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt. The National Museum of African American Music, is of course based in Nashville, Tennessee. I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. I've done a lot of dope stuff in Nashville. Um, got a city proclamation, so there's official Street Symphony Day, and that's been going for quite some time. And
Major.
I used to do the Street Symphony weekends where we'd come in town on a Friday, and me and a couple of popular artists or whatnot would go read to the kids. I used to give a scholarship away, do a scholarship brunch alongside some business partners of mine that own a restaurant franchise called Slim and Huskies. So we just always would do stuff, more so in the community. So, it's one thing to just do music and be known for making ignorant music. It's another when you're making music that has substance, and then you're doing stuff in your community. And I'm an adjunct professor at Middle Tennessee State University, which is in Middle Tennessee as well. So
yeah, I saw that. You went to school there, right?
Yeah, I went to school there. So that's my alma mater. I couldn't have went to school for nothing else but music business. So that's just kind of how that is. But the museum just reached out and they was like, we want to honor some people from the area that we feel like have really made an impact on the city, and just hip hop as a whole. As you know, it was 50th anniversary of hip hop. So they reached out to me. And they wanted to, they said, we're going to do a lobby exhibition case and keep it up for quite some time. And they asked, what items would I want to put in it. And I was like, man, it only makes sense to put the MPC in it, the first Grammy. And that's what they did. So it was a beautiful thing for the unveiling. And I think the dopest thing about it was having my daughter with me. My daughter, she's 5 years old. And I swear she done seen a lot of stuff early. So, having her there to see her dad getting recognized at a museum, that's that ain't no
that's not regular.
To be like,
that ain't
regular. Ain't many people can say I've been in a museum too, or my dad
right.
in a museum too. So it was love, man. And shout out to Nashville for the continued support, and definitely the National Museum of African American Music, man. I really appreciate that. So that was love.
Yeah, that's fire,
that's
man.
heavy.
Yeah, that's super heavy. You feel what I'm saying? All right, now Doc, you just dropped the album. Clap it up for my dog. We're gonna end them claps. Just dropped the album. How the album looking? Are you? Are we still pushing it? You feel what I'm saying? Are we?
Yeah, always. Everything gets pushed for life.
Sure. Everything pushed.
Everything getting pushed, man. The album doing good. I'm getting great response.
Yeah, I love
it. Gave me a great launching pad into the new year. And we just gonna keep it moving. Like that's where we at right now, where you can't even wait too long on your music. You gotta just keep putting it out, and I hope people catch up. And the beautiful thing about my catalog is when somebody new finds out about me, like I'm sure I'm going to get several new fans from this record with Street. They gonna have so much music to go through. Like I wish I could find an artist that I like something from, and then they got bodies of work that I, didn't know about.
That's all. That always so good to me.
You speaking 100% facts, because I literally just added All Good and 7-Eleven to my playlist 2 nights ago. No bullshit. And I remembered the songs, but I ain't have them on my playlist. And I'm like, I added 7-Eleven and All Good, and them shit sound like they dropped yesterday, my nigga.
They still going, man.
I got my hands on that bubble. I'm listening to 7-Eleven. That shit.
Catalog is very important, man.
7-Eleven, y'all. He got a record called 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Go listen to that 7-Eleven.
I got
I just want to say this though to like all the up and coming artists and smaller artists. Even if you've been doing it for a while, like building your catalog is very, very important. You could get a song and it could go viral and all that, and then you don't have nothing to follow up and nothing for people to look into. But when you consistently building your catalog and you putting music out, it's almost like buying real estate and buying stocks and things like that, and betting on yourself, because the more stuff you have out there, the more discovery that people can do of your work. So if you do, like, what's the point of trying to get one to go viral and you go viral, they don't have nothing to look at. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all building y'all catalog up and putting music out. And in this era, like I said, the bar is so low, ain't no reason to hold on to music. Ain't no reason to overthink nothing right now in this era, because some of the worst music that we've heard in the last ever is being praised. some of the most mediocre music that we've ever heard is being praised. So just bomb, put music out and build y'all catalogs, man. Because
for some of y'all that might
ain't no reason not to.
He said it's like stocks and bonds, which means it might pay you later down the line, my nigga.
Yeah,
like, you feel me?
that's
so
the case that went over your head.
Yeah, stay on top of that.
Yeah.
Keep dropping that music, and then something might even pay you later on down the
For
line.
example, like that Pound Town song, the one where the girls taped the phone on the roof. I think it's JID. They said, bro, they said that song. It's JID, right?
Yeah.
They said that song was bigger than Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas this year, bro. And that song came out like a year or two ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, somebody did a video. Now imagine if that's the only. Imagine he make that song and that's all he got. He like, oh, I didn't do what I wanted to do when it came out. Man, that man got a whole discography of bangers that a bunch of people just discovered. You know what I'm saying? His whole stock just went crazy. So
same thing with Chris
you
Brown.
Never know, man.
Robitussin, that joint. Oh, that's off one of his old projects, and then that's when that joint started going up. I heard it in the strip club like maybe like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
for the first time, and it's off his old project. And I'm like, yo, some chick was dancing to it on some slow-mo shit. Hell yeah. That's what I'm like, yo, now that shit on the radio every night. That shit on R&B radio. That shit on
that social media.
Yo, it went crazy.
It bring new life to a record for sure.
For sure. Yeah. Now, what's the plans for Up Early? Like, what's the plans for the record? Like, when is it dropping? When can everybody expect it in their phones?
Friday.
And yeah, we just doing this type thing. He hit me. We just been me and Street just been having conversations like this, just in private, just like, man, we don't like where the game at, and we not, like he said, we not complaining. We like, oh, what, like we got solution. Like we like, all right, well, we just gonna go hard with what we got going on and the type of vibes that we want to see out there in the world, and just to combat that, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, what type of content is we gonna do? And when I hear that word, I always get a little like, because a lot of content be so cringe.
I know how you feel.
A lot of content be cringe, but this is content, you know, and we just men just having a conversation, you know what 100%. I'm saying? So it's like, I just really got to always remember that, you know, conversation is some of the greatest content that you could have. And, you know, we trying to push a certain type of message. So we just need to have certain type of conversation, do certain type of content, you know what I'm saying? And that's really what the plan is to just continue to have these type of conversations with different people and put it out to the world and let people see, you know, it is a little bit of intelligence in this shit. And we still do all this. We turn up, we love all that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, that ain't it. Lobster every meal ain't good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta mix it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a great food, but you don't want it for every meal. So
we needed some soul food.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I ain't gonna lie. I needed the record, bro. Me personally, I needed it, bro. I heard it.
Yeah, so when you say something to stick to your bones, no bullshit.
Stick to your bones.
Yes, all right, real quick, Street Symphony, real quick. Fruity Loops or MPC?
MPC for me over Fruity Loop.
Okay, are you into the programs? I know. I think that I heard that was like a big thing as far as day one, as far as the producer world. Like, you know, is that a thing? Like when people be, you know, y'all like, nah, you a Fruity Loops nigga. We don't even be rocking with that. We MPC to
nah, not no more. I mean, I think they call it FL now anyway instead of the
FL. I'm sorry. What I call it?
FL Studio.
Yeah. But yo, I know some young legends in the making that get busy on that FL. So whatever do it. You know. I personally use a program called Studio One. I like that a lot, and then I use the MPC. So it'll just be one or two of those different things when I'm cooking up. Just depending on the vibe.
Okay. Now MPC, that's a more manual way of making beats, right? I would say it's not really digital or computerized. You really got to go in there. Like I'm not really sure. Like,
yeah, it's both because they got software and go with it. Now, I think the biggest thing is when you sequencing or building out your beat on the MPC, you're doing it more so how you feel versus when you programming inside of software, you kind of pointing and clicking to kind of figure it out more so, or you kind of just know the rhythm patterns. Right. But the MPC is just more feel. So it's gonna create a different little vibe, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody had to upgrade to a software.
Yeah,
edition, you feel
word.
me?
You know,
that's
it's a new day.
That's the world we in. Yeah,
for sure. All right, now real quick, I know y'all got a lot going on. So before y'all get out of here, I definitely got to speak about Nipsey Hussle. Your experience with Nip, working with Nip. What was that like? You got one of his biggest records, Hustle and Motivate. What was that like working with Nip when you first met him? You know, just talk to the people about that experience, man.
For me, it came through working with Dallas Martin, and I mean
Shout out
the
to
record
Dallas.
hustle. Yeah, the shout out to Dallas Martin.
Yes, sir.
I knew him on a personal level and watched him just kind of continue to excel in his career. So every time I would come to LA, Dallas like, yo, I got to get you in the studio, And Dallas introduced me to Meek. And what people don't know is, man, when we made the Hustle and Motivate beat, it was actually for Meek Mill. You know what I mean? But
that's crazy.
It ended up going to Nip. I guess Nip liked it, loved it or whatnot, and it just was set on for so long. But I would always hear people be like, yo, man, that record with Nip that you got is crazy. But I never had heard. I'm like, yo, I want to hear this record. I want to hear this record.
That's crazy.
And then one of the first times it was mixed, they sent it to me to check it out. I was like, yo, this record gonna be crazy. And then I'm out in LA. This is all around the time I met Tdot. We was at remember the Tupac movie had came out. So it was a Tupac movie, Tupac movie premiere in LA. And I'm out there and I saw 2 Chainz and I looked over and I saw Nip. I said, I'm gonna run up on him and talk to him. You know what I mean? I was like, hey, what's up, Street Symphony, Hustle and Motivate. And Nip was like, oh shit. And then he grabbed his homie. He was like, hey, this dude that did the Hustle and Motivate. And all of them was just like, man, that's so hard. It's my favorite record. It was like bad. It was love. And then from that point forward, it just was love with Nip. So Nip, even when he came into Atlanta, he, text, what up, da-da-da-da. And we had some more mutual friends as well. So, it just kind of worked out. You know what I mean? I wish we would have been able to get some more records in, but unfortunately.
For sure. But for you to have one of his biggest records,
y'all
man,
made history.
That's a dope story.
No matter how you chop it, y'all made history, man.
Yeah, you feel me? So y'all flamed it, man. Let's look, man. We've been rocking for 37 minutes, man. Real quick, man. Y'all got anything else to say about the record Up Early? You already know when your phone's Friday, man. You got anything else to say? What's going on?
I don't know when this footage coming out, but it's either coming out in a couple days or it's out now. It says in your phone.
We first 48. We first 48.
We don't play no games over here.
First 48. And just be on the lookout for more work from me and Street, man. We going in. We both really on the same type time as far as just, putting a lot of music out and just doing what we gotta do to push the culture forward. So.
And we respect the action behind it, bro, because faith without works is dead. So instead of complaining, y'all putting the shit out there that people need to hear instead of tweeting about it and shit like that. So we definitely respect that point of view of it, man. So keep making
what you think, Street? One more thing. I love that you just said we doing what we got to do instead of tweeting about it. Because if we didn't do this interview, nobody probably wouldn't even know why we doing the record. Yeah. We're just gonna put the music out. We're not ever gonna sit back on the gram like, but because we don't hate what nobody doing. We just don't want y'all all to do the same thing. I love some gangster music.
Shit. Go find it if it's missing. What the fuck? It ain't that hard.
It's out there.
Like,
how you feel?
Leave with some words, Street.
I just want to say shout out to y'all for even having us on here and allowing us to get on your platform. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
To broadcast and express and introduce our record or whatnot. And then shout out to my guy Tdot, man. You always been a real one. I love working with
Appreciate
you, bro.
bro.
Continue to keep this thing going. And I'm a firm believer that all these records that we make, man, they're gonna find homes and they're gonna touch the people they're supposed to touch. And then you just sit back and watch what happens.
Most definitely.
That's love, man. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate y'all too, man. It's love. Comma Club.
Comma Club. Pay attention.
You already know.
One of the hottest records out Up Early. It's gonna be in your phones. I want to say tomorrow. I don't want to even tell you. It's in your phones Friday, man. Go get it.
Yeah.
You dig? It's gonna be major. It's gonna be amazing, man. Thank y'all brothers for coming out. Listen, man. Thank y'all for joining us. Special edition. We rocking out. We got Street Symphony. Make sure y'all follow them on Instagram real quick. Yo, y'all want to shout y'all Instagrams out real quick before we keep going? Y'all want to shout y'all Instagram out?
Too.
Yeah, we gonna tag them. We
gonna tag us.
Street Symphony. It's simple. I am Street Symphony.
Yep.
For sure. I am Street Symphony.
SQUIAT, mine easy, and I am Street Symphony, comma club.
Izerski. Listen, man. Look, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. Y'all have a good one, man. Hey, 100.
Yes, sir.
Pray for you like a spider web all the way around. Y'all know, from the aunties to the mamas to the grandsons to the grand.
Pray for everybody. Pray for them.
It's a new year. We going up.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yes.
Let's go.
I got the hustle in my bloodline. Now everybody wants some from me. Wanna stay by me.
Hey, man, boy. Hey.
Wanna stay by me.
Hey, listen, man, I'm about to go get active with this. I ain't gonna lie. It's raining outside. I'm about to turn this joint on right in the rain. What?
Yeah, we got the exclusive.
Crazy.
We got the exclusive.
Got the
Stop playing.
exclusive, man. I need more exclusive. Man, send them over. Hey, look, if y'all want a street, man, everyone got one of them records and you want somebody, listen, send them over, my boy.
Done deal. Thank you.
Hey, yo, thank y'all. Holla.
Yes, sir.
Keep playing dumb, act like you never know it. You gotta keep working hard till you the best.